Hey everybody, welcome back to. I love that choice of music, although I can't release it on the podcast because you still don't understand
Leonard,
copyright laws.
I doubt Bad Boy Entertainment is seeking out justice legally anywhere right now.
Okay, do you want me to send you the email I got from Spotify saying they're going to remove the last
Tell him you're not
episode?
sending it because Diddy's a predator.
What was that?
Tell him you're not sending the money because Diddy's a
Well,
predator.
I just removed. If you go onto the podcast feed, I've deleted the intro
The
for the last
Australian
episode and
version of that.
re-released. Do you understand though that you should just use copyright-free music for stuff?
I think I know that.
Well, why don't you?
Because copyright-free music sucks.
Okay, well there we go. Okay, so you're a bad boy. I like it.
How
You're a
many
bad boy.
copyright-free
You're a
music
bad boy.
put out bangers like Welcome Back?
Doesn't matter. Look at the song I picked for Cricket Unfiltered is fantastic, and
Probably
that's
terrible. It's like
rights free.
boop, 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 boop. It sucks.
It does not suck. I've even got a message of you saying you like it.
This is real good.
Tell me what happened with that shirt on Friday.
Manners. Just because you're getting a slit of pussy right now,
No, come on.
Don't worry about my fashion sense. I'm not going to take fashion advice from guys who wear khaki shorts and polos. I'm not. I'm just not going.
Well, I don't wear khaki shorts and polos.
You definitely do. You probably are right now. And
I do not. I wear a range of Kirk Minahan show t-shirts and I wear track pants. So
track pants.
I do agree though with someone was saying about Kane going out with sweatpants to the basketball game. I do think if you go out in track pants, you've kind of given up. Like
yeah,
you've just gone. I just want to be comfortable. I don't care how I look.
Tommy put it in a very harsh way to Kane, but he was right. You can't be wearing sweatpants outside.
Admittedly, though, I like to wear sweatpants now a lot because I've kind of given up. You know, I'm close to 50 in a relationship. Doesn't matter how I look. But yeah, what happened with that shirt on Friday?
It's a great shirt.
It was terrible.
$75 shirt.
Yeah. All right. Well, good evening, everybody. This is Producer Search, the final edition of the interviews. All the applicants have been processed, and we have one applicant to interview tonight, Mugsy, the creator, which we'll bring in a moment. There'll be no need for the wheel because just the one person tonight. If you want to do the wheel with just Mugsy, you can.
Maybe.
We did have another candidate, a gentleman called Jake, who has pulled out of the process. But I think that's probably good because he suggested last night in Spaces that he'd like to mic up Kirk with an earpiece and then he could feed, well, as he put it, two brains are better than one. So
this is not good. It's dumb. Once again, the power has gone to Menner's head.
What are you talking about?
Why would you do this on Spaces last night, you dumb twat?
I didn't do it on Spaces. I just asked him to give a few suggestions. It was a pre-interview. I was trying to help him.
I sent him the link. I told him it would be don't be the guy who doesn't show up or who quits before he even tries. Don't do that. You shouldn't have, from day one, you were trying to get Jake out of this race.
I like Jake.
Know why. You're a monster. Now I have red in my fucking notification saying it's my fault. It's your fault.
It is your fault.
It is your fault. Your head and
no, it's not, John. I think you did a very good job on Friday on KMS. You enunciated very clearly the interviews will be Saturday night.
I did.
It's not my fault if Jake did not see that show and thought the interview was Friday night. I think if you want to be a candidate for this show, you should be watching KMS now. You don't have to go back and watch every show, but you should be watching it now. So I think you blaming me for this is typical, but you're so wishy-washy and drug-addled and tired and dumb. It doesn't matter. I did nothing wrong.
I'm
and tired. Then I gave him
I just got up from a little.
I did just get up. I did just get up. Well, it's 9 in the morning.
In my eyes. Drinking coffee.
It's true. I am drinking coffee, but this candidate, Jake, suggested putting a mic in Kirk's ear so he could feed in jokes and lines. Don't you think, though, if you're even thinking that for Kirk, you're not a candidate? Because, I mean, apart from the fact Kirk used that as a joke a long time ago when reports Howard Stern was doing it, like you can't be a serious candidate if you're Jake and you think, I'm going to be talking in Kirk's ear during the show, giving him jokes. Like, what show are we doing?
This is the difference between me and you. You're afraid to try things. You can't progress because you can't succeed.
You are such a loser. Honestly, you are
You
such a loser.
can try
I'm so glad Kirk will never hire you. I'm so glad he just lords this job over you and just dangles it in front of you and tortures your little fucking brain because you are so dumb. All right, let's bring in Mugsy.
Okay. I got a comment yesterday that was just like, look at handsome Johnny just sitting there, like knowing, and John sitting there knowing he's not going to get this job, and Kirk is just holding it over him like a cuck. Welcome.
All right, so we have Mugsy, the creator.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks for reaching out. So, I guess just quickly a little bit about your history, Mugsy. You reached out just a few days ago, threw your hat in the ring at the last minute. What brought this about?
I listened to one of the podcasts the other day, so I'm not as timely listening to the Kirk Minahan show as I would like, but there were a few days when Kirk wasn't going to be able to do a show, and that was truly like it hurt my heart, especially when I'm on the North Shore and I could so easily come down and figure out how to run that stuff. I am not the most technically savvy, but I think that we will, as we examine me as a candidate for this producer role, figure out that I am capable enough to be able to get things going. Maybe not a full-time thing, but in case you guys are ever in need.
Okay, Montante said you're a bit of a madman. Why would he say that?
Because I'm absolutely insane. I walk in the opposite direction of society, and I do it confidently and authentically because I see society in a different way than the rest of the world. And I think there's a commonality between me and Kirk with our ability to lay things out in the way that we say things.
We actually, we do need like a different type of, thinking in Kirk Minahan show, don't we?
I think that there's different layers and to each show, and over
Yep.
time they begin to expand, and you'll see that certain chapters began when you thought they did, and other times you'll see that certain chapters began a lot earlier, and we're just really expanding and revealing those things to be true now. I am so excited for this, guys.
I'm excited too. I mean, I knew we were going to have an interesting discussion because your Twitter bio says observer of consciousness, awake, conscious, connected. Tell me
Exactly, brother.
What is an observer of consciousness, my brother?
So I think ultimately we sit at the seat of our own consciousness, which means we get to decide how we're going to see each situation. This producer position that you guys had, we all know it's going back to Dave Cullinane, right? Dave Cullinane's going to come back on the show, resume his post as the producer that was already written, right, in the stars, but you guys still wanted to create some content, so I figured let's create some fucking content, guys.
All right.
I like that. I like you coming in with a really, I mean, Dave's not definitely coming back. I think we heard Kirk hesitate towards the end of
day by day we're moving further from it.
Yep. All right, so Mugsy, let's get into the questions. What are your audio and video capabilities? This is what I've been starting everybody off with because, it's a novel concept, but producing KMS, hey, why not have some experience with audio and video?
That seems like it would be necessary for the role of producer, which I do think you'll find I'm qualified to do because a couple years ago, I wasn't even on social media. Sometime in 2022, 23, when I started up this podcast is when I joined social media. Now, I was on Twitter as an observer. I didn't have an Instagram or a Facebook account. So after working in banking for quite some time, I decided that banking was no longer for me. I had accomplished all that I wanted to, and I wanted to set out on a new journey to, in some way, inform the world. How I was going to do that, I didn't know. But I decided after 2 years ago, I think today is Dave Portnoy Appreciation Day, the second anniversary of my celebration, because 2 years ago, I made a pitch to Dave Portnoy for Saturday Night Live. That was when I met Kirk Minahan at the 20th anniversary Barstool Awards.
Okay.
And so after I didn't hear back from Dave, that was when I set out on my mission to create the podcast and the universe according to Mugsy. And what I do each week is I climb the current events, the culture, and the consciousness, revealing that the current events that play out before our eyes are actually just a product of the culture, which we all co-create, which Kirk does with his show, with this little Minifan universe that you guys have going on. But ultimately, that's all created from our own individual consciousness, our reality, the way that we see the world. And there's things that I see about the world that are completely different than the things the rest of the world sees. I thought that might be
okay.
interesting.
I mean, I'm with Mugsy. I'm with you. I mean, I find it's very enlightening. But no, so with your audio and video technical capabilities, look, I've been pretty strict on people actually answering the questions. So
I know. I'm sorry. I did go on a little tangent there.
Come on, brother.
So
come on, brother. It's okay.
So what I did was I started on Apple using just the basic Apple suite. And then what I did was I decided to learn from the ground up. I would just tackle DaVinci Resolve because it's the cinematic movie editing quality software. I figured I would be able to downgrade from that because of the way that I look at engineering things. I figure it will always be easier to move down the ladder once you understand the basic structure of the way things work.
Okay.
So DaVinci Resolve and then OBS. I've switched around between using DaVinci Resolve and also the OBS Studio so that I can work on my what is the sound editing, my audio engineering capabilities.
Adobe. Okay, great.
I don't do that through the Adobe. I do that through the OBS.
Okay. Yeah. Not an Adobe user, but definitely has used the software.
Yeah.
That's okay. Now we've got some examples of Mugsy's work, John.
We do. Is there any specific one you would like to play first?
No, let's get into whatever the hell you want.
All right, brother.
Let's do it.
What up, Instagram world? My name's Mugsy the Creator, and I understand how the world works, but nobody wanted to listen to me. In fact, nobody would talk to me at all. So I got a microphone, and now I got a podcast, and I explain the secrets of the universe to you people. For free. For now. Now, I have been strategically removed, just like cancer, from many organizations, corporations, institutions, peer groups, things of that nature. I told you guys I didn't want to do this shit. I didn't want to be an influencer. I didn't want to go through all the bull of cutting all these videos and talking into a microphone on a camera in the middle of the woods. But Breakheart Consciousness Diary. I guess that's what we're going to call this. Today's day 17, I think, in June. It's very important that I document all of this as I do this, as I become whatever it is that I am becoming. If you guys could see how poor I was and how much fun I'm having, oh my God. And it's interesting how willing people are to gamble with their money, but never on themselves. People never gamble on themselves because then it's not a gamble, it's an investment. What I did over a decade ago was I assumed I wasn't smart. And then I tried to disprove that. And I'm still working on it. Did anybody else take that class with me? Nope. I guess I was the only one in that class.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some good video editing skills there. How have you gone disproving that you're dumb or whatever it is?
I'm so stupid. Yep. I try and look at the world like a child and play with childlike creativity. That was a video last summer, the Breakheart Consciousness Diary. I went out into the woods each day and I filmed a 1-minute clip and I pulled together a storyline and montage throughout the summer. And I cut that down to like 15 minutes. And then I also have like a 45-minute version.
Let's play it, John. Let's go 45 minutes.
45, cue it up.
I'll be
it's funny, Mugsy, because when I see your content, I'll be honest, it doesn't scream Barstool for me. I'm curious why you thought your pitch would land with Portnoy.
My pitch for the Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, I'm just surprised. Like, when I look at that content, I'm not exactly thinking Barstool Chicago getting in.
Yeah. No. My problem was 20 years ago. Like, I wasn't a big Barstool fan, but then they put it on the internet. And Dave Portnoy, sometime in 2004, 2005, put up a smoke show of the day. That was the girl that I was dating. So then I fell into the next
Wow.
20 years of Boston
Wow.
sports and Barstool and these numbnuts making the best jokes in the room because no one was saying anything at the time. No one was making the jokes that Dave was saying. He was edgy. And it was also at a time when sports in Boston, he had the universe on his side. But over the 20 years and this meteoric rise to Barstool Sports and its $1 billion, whatever its valuation was at its height, we began to see that, oh, that's right, all heroes must become the villain eventually, and Barstool is on its downslide. I believe that's the role that Kirk plays, the kind of check
100%.
on reality on Barstool Sports, and Dave Portnoy as a kind of this El Presidente character of himself that's evolved over time. And as time has gone on, these people have become much more successful, and it's great to see them on such heights, but it's tough to see that they never touch the ground anymore. And that's what the Minifan community, I believe, serves. And that's Kirk's check on Barstool. It's the role that he plays.
Actually, right.
Wow. I could talk to you all night, Mugsy. Seems like we will, but I
Wait,
could.
so did you continue? How much longer did you date the girl that was on in Smoke Show of the
And then
Day?
you come back to me.
Freshman year of high school. Oh, four.
Oh, wait,
That
was
was
she
it. It
your
was
current girlfriend?
No, we
Oh,
were like talking at the time, but we were freshmen in high school, and like it was this weird website. It wasn't anything yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
and
wasn't
tell me,
anything yet.
what other clips have we got from Mugsy? Let's play them. Come on, let's get through this.
Anything that I am talking about and I am teaching you how to do, I am creating from my own consciousness, manifesting into reality, channeling that information from the Akashic field, all of the information and energy that exists and surrounds us through the ether at all times. That is something you, God-given, have the ability to do so yourself because of the technology that exists in the human body. I am not doing anything that you cannot do yourself. All right?
Wow.
You're
This
good
is
at
like
videos.
this is like Jay, but I don't know, like on steroids or
But
something.
I think actually,
Hey,
he has
thanks,
the
guys.
information.
Do you know how many listeners I have? I have 13 listeners.
That's all right. I've been there, brother. I had -1 one time, so figure that one out. And
John, look, John still has 13
I
listeners.
still
to
have
be honest.
13 listeners. I've
Fuck yeah.
I've screamed from the top of the mountain.
Yep, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like your honesty. Any other clips before we move on, John? And
We have one
Mugsy?
more.
Let's play it. Let's do it.
This one's a little
playing it.
long.
How long?
One is 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Okay, you can cut it at some point, John.
Okay.
You'll get it.
You who happen to stumble into that Bill Burr special on Hulu
I mean, this is
that just came out in
This guy's
2025.
perfect for
I am
KMS.
sorry. I literally apologize for my friend. I didn't get
Kirk
the
said he wants a
opportunity
live
to
wire.
see this before he put it out. And if I could have talked to him, I would have.
live wire.
Live wire.
Kirk said he wants the live wire in there. We got him, Mugsy. That's for sure. Got energy.
How do you know Montante?
The internet. Montante was, I think, the first one that like may have ever listened to my content. I was screaming into the void for a long time before I realized that that's not how any of the internet works. Social media, I don't even know. Like, Dave is so stupid. I'm talking about
Go
Portnoy.
on. Yeah, go on.
He's talking about like all he gets is Israel death threats all day. That's because he is being attacked by bots on the internet. He's the victim of a fucking crime. Like, of course you're seeing that all the time. They're trying to manipulate your reality. How do you think, like, everyone talks about nuclear weapons. That is a weapon of 1940s. What do you think they've fucking been up to for the last, I don't know, 80 fucking years, numbnuts? They've been
I have bots hitting onto me all
developing
day.
this shit.
I have bots hitting onto me all day
Yeah,
on Twitter.
no shit. They're
Chicks
attacking me.
DMing me, hey manners, blah 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 blah, all bots. It's true. All right. Okay. So, so Mugsy, look. So clearly you've got some skills, probably, around the same as PRC if we're looking at other candidates. But I guess
think he was good.
He was good. He was good, and it's nice of you to be so magnanimous. Just tell me, what areas of KMS do you think you could improve, and give it to me, sharp bullet points. What do you think you can add to the show?
I am looking to have more fun.
Okay.
That's what I am hoping to bring to the show. Um,
If you and fun.
technologically, I'll be able to make sure everything works. I'm quite confident in that area of expertise, but I also don't want to fuck around with it's Kirk's baby. It's Kirk's baby.
No shit.
And
Yeah.
if you got the reason that I would take this job, I'm 35 years old. I managed a $2.5 billion portfolio not but 2 years ago, is because Kirk Minahan's an interesting human being. I am
Wow.
interested in talking to that human being. He solves murders. Do you know how difficult it is to get anyone? Go poking around and trying to figure something out on the street. Tell me how hard it is to get that information. He's going around flipping over trash cans from 20 years ago. And
Amen.
that's absolutely unbelievably impressive. And that takes
Mm.
a certain type of character I wouldn't mind hanging out with a little bit. I anticipate that it ain't going to be long before he wants to get rid of me because he's a psychopath. But that is a relationship that will hopefully grind each other's gears into some resonant note that is left over after all of it. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And just getting back to the question I asked you. So there's nothing really specific that you think you could improve on the show at the moment?
Well, he said he can make sure the technical stuff is taken care of, which is an improvement. And,
True. Especially after what
he
you
wants
did
to
on
have
Friday.
fun. That's an improvement. And he's trying to make sure, and I think he called Kirk a psychopath.
John, you have to admit it
Little
was a
bit.
pretty bad look for you when we talk about the camera angles so much on this show
I
for
know.
you to do such
I
a
know.
bad job on
I know.
Friday. Like you could have
Johnny
just
was
zoomed a bit
produced,
on.
not me.
Okay, fair enough. No, that's good. Throw him under the bus. I like it.
I listen. I've made my decision on.
A big knock from
you.
John. Big knock from handsome Johnny. He read my message that the camera angles were no good and then just left them.
I love that. I love that move. I loved it.
I think some people have been traumatized at seeing Kane's testicles for 2 hours.
I
All right, so
so
Mugsy, so any ideas for the show then? Anything? You don't have any ideas for growing the show. You just want to keep it, but Kirk's a huge talent. I agree. Obviously, Kirk carries the show, but any other strategies? Plan for working with Kirk, merch ideas, social media. Tell me, take me into the mind. Why should Kirk hire you?
I don't think he should hire me. I think he should bring me in as a third chair from time to time. But if he needs me to work
Okay,
for
Mike.
him, I would be more
Hey,
than willing to do
Cullinane.
that.
Muggsy
in
talk.
terms of the show,
Honestly, Mugsy,
in terms of
Mugsy,
the
just before we get to that, have you thought about contributing to the Kirk Minahan network, the Minifan network?
Yeah, why don't you do a show on the network? You would be
because
great. there.
why wouldn't I just try and grow my own brand? Like that's the only thing.
Well, you
for
could
me.
put
Like I'm
your
already
show.
doing it.
You could put your show on our network as well as a way of. You've only got 13.
I think you
listeners.
guys are going to want
Wouldn't
to
you
watch
like
my show
26?
before you start recommending that I put it on anybody else's network. I'm
Yeah,
a loose.
Montante
I'm a
said
loose
it's
cannon.
like 3 hours. Montante said it's 3 hours of garbage. But
Yeah.
look,
Yeah,
no
some
worse
of them
than
are
anything else.
a couple hours, some of them are 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And you don't even have to
Some of
worry
it's no
about that.
worse.
You have people saying like bad words. Don't even worry about
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I think you'd be perfect.
I mean maybe.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
yeah.
think you'd be
We
perfect,
could do
honestly,
something.
for the network.
Let's talk about it.
Meeting of the minds. You and Kirky Canada would be a great pair. So yeah, back to the show. Show ideas. Give them to me. Come on. Why should Kirk hire you?
Oh, I mean, I just think about. So I'm gonna reflect on Kirk Minahan over the years, show or the EEI. Like I listened to sports radio way back. That when he left Entercom, is that the name of the company? Like it was obviously he was going through such an education in reality himself. And when Steve Robinson, after like that radio.com thing, I remember Kirk came onto Barstool a couple times on Barstool Radio, and those were really interesting conversations. But when he would start discussing like the business and the reality and the politics. And when Steve Robinson was producing at the beginning, Steve would go on these crazy political rants, and Kirk would sometimes ground him and bring him home with some realities that he wasn't able to see because he was on the different side of the Red Sox Yankees argument, which is just the Democrats and Republicans.
Like it.
And I think that the level of content, when you surround yourself with intellectual human beings, you will find that you rise to the occasion. And when you surround yourself with drips, that's kind of what you end up with for content.
Yeah. And
my
he has-
definition of those
Yep.
things and other human beings' definition of those things are completely different. I think that's
Yep.
why I don't see eye to eye with lots of people in the world.
Okay. Yep. And so speaking of drips and stuff, because this is a perfect segue to my next question, you know, what would your philosophy be around the third chairs, for example? Because, you know, Mike's moved to the country. Mutt's going to be working full time on his shitty little podcast. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of openings. You know, who would you like to see more of? Who would you like to see less of?
I think MugsyTheCreator.com is where you should go if you would like to see some more of me. I don't know who the other guys.
Did you just plug yourself? That was awesome.
I had to. I had to.
People are gonna hate
in terms of the third chair, I
People are
love
gonna-
Blind
no
Mike.
people are gonna hate that.
I love
Keep
Blind
going.
Mike. I'm sorry to see him go. Mike
I think it's
Mutnansky,
good.
there is so
It's-
much
and,
going on behind the
Mugsy,
scenes.
answer the question.
with
Answer the
that guy?
question. Who would third chairs? Who would you like to see more of? Who would you like to see less of?
I don't
Come
know
on.
anybody else's name. I mean, that guy,
All right, okay.
Steve from Gloucester.
So what's your, if you don't know it, okay, good. I like Steve. What's your Minifan origin story? Are you listening at the moment? Did you used to listen? When did you find Kirk?
In and
Because-
out.
Okay.
But the Minifans, like, they don't stand out and resonate to me. It's more of like the opinions
Wow.
and the content that's on there. But I don't mean that in a bad way. Like,
Sounds like
I'm
you do.
listening to the podcast when I'm like. So when I'm listening to the podcast, I'm not watching. I don't get to see faces, and I don't know. It's just different. So I was a listener for so
Same.
long.
I
and it-
listen to.
And I was also working at the time when I was listening to KMS the most.
Okay, so you haven't been listening as much recently.
No, definitely not. I have a full. I'm my own one man fucking band.
Okay, wow.
When you
Okay,
see what
well-
I produce,
Well, Mugsy,
but
this has
it's
been-
by the wait. Before
Go
I
on.
end, to the same token, the only thing that I've been able to continue to listen to while I'm producing all of my own content, because I just love Kirk Minahan that much, the only thing that I've kept in touch with a little bit is the Kirk Minahan show. And that's why when he wasn't going to be able to do a show, I was like, we got to do it. This guy's going to
Yes.
go crazy and like take 6 months off soon. Oh, and then he talks about retiring all the time. He's got kids in college, right? That's not going to happen, but I don't know. It could. So I want to get as much
Well,
content out of
Mugsy-
him as we can.
Well, Mugsy, I mean, I really appreciate you throwing your hat into the ring and applying tonight and coming on and interviewing on a Saturday night. Any last words you'd like to leave us with? I think you've left quite an impression, but anything else?
We'll
Good
see,
video.
guys. No, thank you. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you giving me your platform. I know how hard it is to get eyeballs on you. I sit in the streets in Salem, Massachusetts, and just try and get people to listen to the podcast. It's absolutely crazy.
Well, go on,
so
then.
I
Where can
appreciate
they
just the
find
time.
it? Be promoted again, please. Where can they find you?
MugsyTheCreator.com. MugsyTheCreator.com for everything.
MugsyTheCreator.com. Thank you,
got it.
Mugsy. You take care,
Thank
buddy.
you, guys. I appreciate it, guys.
Great to meet you. Wow.
There you go. Another contestant.
Yep. Wow, my brain's kind of like melted. My brain's kind of melted
That's what
after
that type
that.
of transcendence does to a person.
I know. I'm feeling a new wave of consciousness.
He's very good at video.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Honestly, I'm like, I knew it was going to be a lot.
Actually, he might be better than me at video. when he started.
I actually think he's a better candidate than you, full stop, not just a video. I mean, let's be honest. He's saner than you are.
I mean,
Makes more sense than you. At least he actually says a
I'm a
statement. that
crazy
means
guy.
something.
People sit there and say I'm a crazy guy, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
All right. Well, so
Hey,
tell me, what was Friday?
Another name in the list.
Yes. Okay. So just on the producer search at the process. So, that's it for the interviews. No more applicants.
Jake has been given the link, so if he wants to come on, and he said, I believe he told me he doesn't want to work underneath Menners. He would never do it. I would like him to know that when you're producer of the Kirk Minahan show, you wouldn't work underneath Menners, you dumbass.
No. Yes, that's true.
You would be
Look,
Menners.
I think if you're suggesting putting a mic in Kirk's ear, this is probably not the job for you. But I've said I told Jake he was.
It's not your pick. It's not your pick. That's fine.
So John, but you're a witness. I started a group. I included Jake.
I know you did. I know you did, and I provided him the link tonight way before this.
I invited him, so it's his fault.
It's
anyway, just on the so that's it for the producer search. I think we're cutting it there with the applicants. You've had enough time to apply, and we need to arrange to catch up with Kirk next week and do a producer recommendation show.
I think I'm pretty solid on my my pick. Like I'm pretty. I know exactly where I am.
Yep. I guess for me, it's more, I mean, it's pretty obvious Dales is probably the strongest candidate, but I'm not sure exactly who John's going to recommend. But I think as well, we've just got to talk to Kirk to make sure he doesn't make the mistake and go back to Cullinane.
Cullinane cannot. I hate to say this because I'm a Dave Cullinane fan, but it can't be Cullinane.
I know, it can't be. It just can't be.
Jake's here.
All right, let's bring him in.
Wait, should we spin the wheel?
No. Yeah, do it. Okay, my questions out. We got final candidate.
Ass talking on my ass, boy. You ain't shit but a bitch with a bag.
Here he is. Hey, Jake.
Hi, man.
How are you, buddy?
A lot better than yesterday, huh?
That's good. I like your hat. Is that a tribute to Timothy Fax?
I bought it. Shut up.
Yeah, it is a Fax hat. That's on the GVE store since that kid plugged it. If you guys, I know Kirk Minahan fans love Timothy Fax. Go grab them now.
Oh, man. I mean, I bought this hat like fucking 4 months ago.
Did you come here because I talked shit and said you were a bitch if you didn't?
Yep.
All right, good.
Yeah, no, that's good, Jake. I think you should do the interview.
Shut up, Menners.
Oh,
shut up.
Cry?
Am I gonna cry?
Hey,
I'm
Menners
gonna
is
make you
afraid to
cry,
do it.
you little fucking weasel chipmunk
You
looking
can't say any
motherfucker.
bad words on
Choose
here.
This
Right.
shit and maybe
Let's get
you'll
rid of
look
him.
normal.
He does it, John. Let's get rid of him, John.
Oh, you have to answer
Get
asking
rid
your
of me.
questions. He showed up.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Don't worry about it. He doesn't want to do an interview.
Manners is so afraid to do this.
I
Jake.
did a
He-
fucking
Right.
interview with you last night, you drunken fool.
He's not.
I wasn't drunk. You were the drunk.
He's never drunk.
I answered some fucking good ass questions.
All right.
And you
All right,
took,
so
you took one and you blew it out of fucking proportion.
He does that. He tends to do that.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, it was
because
the
you
worst
live
idea.
You live on the other side of the world. I don't know why you think that you should be the head of anything dealing with a Bostonian fucking radio show. You don't know America. You have a different
All right, John, let's
McDonald's
get rid of
fucking
Jake. This is a
drive-thru
meeting of
than
the
we
minds.
do, you
Jake,
crazy
John, this is a
fuck.
meeting of the minds. John,
All right,
this is a
first
meeting of
question.
the minds. Can you punt him out?
First question.
He doesn't want to do the interview. He's just coming in yelling like an idiot, like he does on your show. Get rid of him. All right, John, you do this interview then. Off you go.
All right. What video and technical skills do you have?
Way more than anybody else that you've had interviewed. Way more.
All right, but I'm
John, get
I mean,
get
I-
rid of
like, I have a
John.
degree
John, get
that
rid of him.
shows
Get
that-
rid of him. John, this is a waste. I'm not doing
Oh,
meeting
you're
of the
such a
minds.
fucking loser, man.
I'm not doing meeting of the minds on your
Manners,
podcast.
it's
I'm
the
doing an
end.
interview.
Your era is coming to an end. Nobody has fucking fake leather couches anymore either. You
John,
fucking
I'm not
loser.
doing meeting of the minds.
Oh.
What can you bring to the turkey meeting?
Oh,
What could you bring? Manners left.
motherfucker.
All right, what could you bring to the Kirk Minahan show?
Like I said, I could bring something that could either work in 3 weeks or won't work in 3 weeks. And if in 3 weeks, get me out of there.
Okay, so you're saying that you want a 3-week trial membership.
Yes.
I like that. You're saying, listen, you want to pull the pin on me? You do it. I like that.
It's what I've said the entire time, but Menners is just like a wet piece of paste.
You're right. He is a
like-
wet piece of paste. I agree with you there. I agree with you there. Now,
Like,
what do
damn
you
it,
think?
I can make some fucking like origami out of him.
What do you think your strategy would be for the third chair?
Third chair would just be to be quiet and only talk when talking to.
You know, listen, I'm gonna break character here. You know, you can't do that, right? You don't have the capability to do that.
No, I do. I do.
You think?
Oh, I absolutely do.
All right. All right.
I've done shows with you, and I've done it. Like, come on, man. Like,
I know.
I could keep it together when stakes are at. Like, if it's free for all, like, I don't care.
Fair enough. I agree. Now, if Kirk say gets fired by Barstool, what is your strategy going forward for the Kirk Minahan show?
Go to Sirius XM.
Sirius XM. Now that's a new answer.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. Tell me more.
They lost Stern.
Oh, you're so. Oh my God.
I'm so far ahead of these motherfuckers. It's ridiculous.
I breed heroes, folks. Sorry, I had to break character again. All right, so your move would be to go replace Stern. There's big money there, Jakey. You think
money there, man? You separate yourself. You separate yourself from, like, God damn it, you make the show a little bit better. You know,
Jake, I don't hate that.
I wouldn't think you would. I don't think many people would.
You kept that one close to the belt, huh?
No shit.
All right. See, this is good manners. This is good manners. So if you just want to leave, you could just be just like Jake, right, Jake?
You could like manners. Like,
what's gonna happen when you can't smoke your cigarettes and look so cool? Now you know you can't smoke if you have this job.
Zins or chewing gum. I don't give a shit. If I get through 2.5 hours and he walks out, I will go and rip a cigarette 12 seconds after he leaves.
All right, that was my strategy. All right, now I know. Did you have videos for this? Now I know you did DM me in advance and say, was I allowed to go completely uncuffed? Like,
no, I'm not showing any videos.
You're not showing videos.
No.
Listen,
I've showed enough. I've showed enough.
All right, so do you have any last things you want to say before we get out of here?
That I could edit better than anyone that you've interviewed. I can actually bring solutions more than anyone that you've interviewed can. I can bring, basically, like, don't fucking like Kirk, don't talk about Coleman. Be like, oh, he showed up on Fridays because he had to fucking he had to have the camera. Like, nobody else could hold a fucking camera. Christ. And first of all, it was definitely an iPhone because the production value on that show is absolute bullshit.
All right. That's your last words.
Yeah, and also, you know what? I'm not talking. First of all, they keep saying there's going to be an earpiece? What?
You're not going.
Do you not know how stereo works, guys? You do know there's a left and a right ear, right?
Okay. So there won't be a headphone in one ear; it will be in the other ear because you could use.
It will just be me. Every
Jackie the Joke Maker.
Maybe 20 minutes speaking something into his ear because I got press a button that gets to him.
You're right. All right. Listen, I'm happy you came. I'm happy you're seeing this through. I think you're a legitimate. I think you're just as much of a competitor as the guy who was here before us. I think you did great tonight, Jake. Yeah, I think you did great tonight. I would love to see your videos.
You should have heard me last night. I did great last night too.
Yeah, I didn't like that Menners did that in the spaces and made you do that. I would have never agreed.
Oh, he was an absolute asshole.
Well, he's an asshole.
Well,
listen,
I don't want
send me the videos.
Like the first thing that I would do is make sure, as a producer, that Menners doesn't have a line into the studio.
Oh, that's a strong.
When he asked the questions, who would you block from the studio? it would be him. Because he makes the show dull, and he makes the like, dude, I've never seen him actually laugh. He's never made me. He's never made anything funny. He's just an asshole that took advantage of the fucking like 2020 fucking pandemic. And just because you fucking had the studio in your house because you're a cricket dude doesn't make you a fucking American. What do you think, Kirk's gonna talk cricket with you, you fucking loser?
Jake, all right. Thank you, Jake. That was a great interview. If you want to send me the videos or you want to tweet them out, I'll retweet them. I'll make sure people get to see them. I respect your decision.
I'm not having anybody steal my shit.
Okay.
You're an idiot. Honestly, you're a fucking idiot. Like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, I can't believe you're so childish as to let this turn into meeting of the minds. Just a dummy.
The mind, you twat.
Yeah, it is. You're just an idiot.
Like anybody else. He actually had a great idea. He should go to Howard and take that $500 million contract.
You're just an idiot. You're an idiot. You're a child. This is why you didn't get the job. This is why Kirk just dangles a job in front of you, but will never hire you because you're an idiot. That was just a waste of time. Terrible interview.
Just so you know, our views doubled while he was here. Our views
did not double. I was fucking watching on YouTube.
They were 40 and now they're 80. So
I checked on YouTube and you did a terrible job interviewing. You're a terrible producer of this show. That was just a abomination.
Listen, the people saw what they saw.
You're an idiot. I'm embarrassed for you. But you've embarrassed yourself enough in the past. This is
you left. You left me here.
Yeah, I left because I wasn't going to sit there and talk to that idiot.
I'm gonna leave now because he's a jerk.
That's whatever. You're an idiot. I can't believe you did that.
That is dumb because Fax is dumb.
What are you talking about? Why did you bring Fax into this?
Because he's my boy.
You're an idiot. Just an absolute moron. I hope Kirk anyway, I just want Kirk to know I had nothing to do with that. All right. Finally, I guess we'll be back with Kirk next week to talk to him about the candidates.
Yeah. What day? I'm angry.
I don't know.
Just so you know.
Well, I'm angry. I'm angry. When he comes on and Jake starts being an idiot, you just giggle like a little bitch. You giggle like a little bitch. You're just a little girl. You're a little fucking girl. Giggling there at little Jake.
You don't even know what freedom is.
You're a fucking little idiot. Like, I can't believe you thought that was entertaining.
You're smaller than me. You're so much.
I can't believe you thought that was entertaining. You're so dumb. You're so dumb to think that was entertaining. To bring him on, he's
shouting.
Such an unlikable person. Such an unlikable person.
I agree.
But you giggle like an idiot.
I agree.
You giggle like an idiot.
Decision, not yours, you tiny general.
Okay, and when he comes on and just starts yelling like an idiot, well, that's
Kirk at us? At us?
No, or Jake. Jake, when Jake came on.
Oh, yeah, no. The Mid-fans hate when people yell.
He's not going to answer my question. You're an idiot. See, what are you talking about? You can't even argue properly.
I know you said it was bad, but he answered my questions, and now
that's it. So you should applaud me for leaving because when I left, you could actually do the interview.
I did paw you for leaving. What is paw?
No, applaud me. Yeah,
I was disgusted.
You were disgusted because you don't like being alone with Jake when you do fucking hours of shows with him every week. I mean, you degenerate.
I barely see that guy because he betrayed me so many times.
He's your friend. He's your best friend. He's your best friend from school. He's your best friend growing up. That is a knock on you. Grew up together. You were like brothers. This is a knock on you.
Brothers.
You told me your best friend's in Scranton. That's why you brought him on tonight.
Yeah, dude. No,
Jake from Scranton. John from Scranton. It's pretty obvious.
Chest bump. You know how many Griff Vegas stickers I put all over fucking Boston yesterday? Jake, I think, pretty much had actually the best future plans for Kirk, but whatever.
He did not. See, why would you say
that?
Going
to Sirius and taking $7 billion is a bad plan.
It's just not true. It's just not fucking true. Kirk is not going to do that.
You think microeconomics, I think macro.
Okay, again, you're a brain dead moron, and you can't take this
Yeah, sure.
seriously.
Brain dead moron that made sure this show kept going tonight.
Yeah, and you've been
Welcome
doing.
in,
You've
fans,
actually done
again.
well with this. You've done well producing this
You're
show.
welcome, Minute fans, again.
Here we go. Here we go. Anyway, what a disaster! What a fucking disaster! Two terrible
I think
candidates
this was our
tonight.
best show, so you continue forward. That's fine.
You're a moron.
I'll get
You're
off.
absolute
Yeah.
moron.
Did you notice
Dummy.
how the background made it look pretty pretty strange with that other background on? Someone called it out. You
Which
wanna see
one?
it? Hold
Yeah.
on. Doesn't it look like, wait, this isn't the right one? Where's the one that we had the other day?
I'm not sure. So we're going to be on next week with Kirk. We'll recommend the producers to him.
This one.
Obviously,
Doesn't it look
Dales
like
is a
Kirk's
very
banging
strong
somebody
candidate.
doggy?
What?
It looks like Kirk's banging somebody doggy.
What are you talking about? How can you see that?
What do you mean? Look at right below us. That would be a butt.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Doesn't it look like that? Sorry.
I didn't go there. Honestly, I didn't think
No,
about
what
Kirk
I'm
banging
saying,
someone
someone
from
did.
behind.
Someone did
Okay,
go.
well, was it
I mean,
Quinlan?
we had to take care of it, and we did. It wasn't on the show the whole time, but I did just point it out to the whole audience. That's on me.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else you want to? What was Friday like being in studio? That's what
I
I
know
want to ask.
you're sleepy, but if you're tired during these shows, you could just stay sleeping, and I'll take care of them.
I'm not tired at all. I'm
It's
a
fine.
fucking
you have
live
to leave.
wire.
I don't know what it was
Just
for.
with my
dude. I know you need
glasses,
your
I'm just
nap.
getting-
You're old and
getting-
small.
What was that?
You're old and small.
I'm not old and I'm not small. Okay, I'm small, but I'm not old.
Definitely small.
I'm
You're
still under
definitely
50. That's young.
You're definitely small,
Um,
and you have enough gray hairs.
It's Sunday morning here. That's all. My glasses are a bit foggy. Now tell me, what was it like in studio on Friday? And will you get a hotel room next time?
No. No. I don't know why people think they have to tell me what to do. I don't want to stay in Boston's stinky hotels.
Stay near
and-
Watertown somewhere.
I don't want to stay in Watertown.
Or just stay like an hour outside Boston. You don't have to stay in Boston.
Jake, get out of the background. Boston was great. The studio setup is great. They don't know how much they could use it to make the show better. I'll say that. They have like high-end technology that they can
Yeah.
be doing like news shit.
Yeah.
But there's not that going on. But hey, they do have it figured out to where they could get the camera angles right. And we kind of got them. They were maybe a little stinky. I did
Yeah.
tell him while Kane was there alone, why don't you just put it on Kane? But the fact that this Johnny kid figured out enough that he had to do to run, he ran that show.
Yeah.
I think he did a great job. I think my opinion of that kid changed when I first of all, saw he was 6'5" and handsome. And second of all, changed when, the first one actually matters a lot. The second one, because Justin like showed him how to do that shit twice.
Okay. All right. So a couple of things. Firstly, just on the no sleeping thing, this is taking off the fight we just had and the fact that I don't like you. Just let me put that aside for 1 second. I've known you long enough. I know the difference
I'm gonna
between
mute you real quick and listen to Carm. No, go
Oh my
ahead.
God. I know the difference between well rested on the ball John. There isn't an on the ball, and I know the difference between that and someone who's been driving all night and is a bit sort of sketchy and
Yeah.
not quite focused. So I know the difference. I'd love to see you in studio like the John I know, relaxed.
Like I was during the regular producer search.
I don't know if you slept before those shows. I don't think you did. So I think it was the same.
Well, I do know that you said I did a good job. So which one?
I didn't say you did a good job.
Okay. All right. Now you're just
I think I tweeted out Kane, Tommy. Like, I actually don't think I actually think you're right. Johnny did the whole show. You could have not bothered driving there, but I'm glad you did.
Lucky I was there again, Minifans. You're welcome. Because I told them exactly what was wrong when it happened, and it got fixed immediately. So you're welcome, Minifans, again.
Oh my God! You're having you are looking. The only person looking worse than Jake tonight is you.
And then when the telephone rang, Johnny accidentally hung up on everybody. I've got it back up real quick. You're welcome, Minifans, again.
My goodness, my goodness. All right,
Kirk's not gonna like this, guys. Let's get out of here.
You're so sensitive, aren't you? You're still upset about that shirt. That was just a terrible shirt.
Oh, it's my best shirt, dude. I mean, you want to see the numbers? That's fine. I know you like to lie about facts. I have the numbers.
That was a terrible shirt. Just on Johnny. Okay, that's what I thought, and I said it on Friday. It's clear he can do the show now. Like he can do the bare minimum.
This guy could be a pillar of this show.
Yeah. And I do believe Johnny's a go-getter. But I think PRC is the big question. What's he going to be like next week? And then, we're looking at top 3, John Dale's, PRC, Handsome Johnny.
Yeah.
They're
I'm
your
not
top
making
3.
a decision until I see PRC.
That's it. That's true. Because I like John Dale's, but we've only seen him in studio twice. Haven't seen PRC in studio. So I'd really.
But my decision about everybody that we've seen so far is made. It's up to that and PRC.
Yeah. And I guess, and I'm trying not to be biased, but PRC does have a long history of consistent production on the network. And he showed me that he's a smart, self-reliant individual in his network stuff. So that does play into it. Maybe, John Dales wants to submit something to the network in the next few days.
Where is John Dales? Why isn't he coming to do the show?
Well, John Dales could be in the mix a little more. I asked him that. You're so drug addled, you forgot I asked John Dales why he didn't travel to do the show again.
So sick of hearing about how many drugs I do from people who do so much more drugs than me.
I definitely do not. I do not do more drugs than you. I just saw you ripping a cone. I just saw you ripping a cone.
No one even knows what that means, Manners.
Cough button, sneeze button. Anyway, it's nice. I think Red's wife must be away this weekend because he's been in. Yeah, actually, Red and I spoke.
Red, shut your fucking mouth about me having Jake here. That one was for you, Red. You fucker.
Red and I spoke. For those who used to listen to Minifandom, Red and I spoke for the first time in 3 years on Friday in a Saturday or Friday night.
Fuck.
I'm just telling you. But I think it's
your fault that you haven't spoke.
I think he's like ball and chain has let him off the leash this weekend. So he's in comments, he's in spaces. That's nice.
You're so afraid of your girl.
I guess it is. Is school still off at the moment?
I don't know.
Well, it's summer. I don't know. I'm just wondering why Red's
no. He's passionate about the show. This is a fucking people don't. I know like a lot of the troll guys don't take things seriously, but this is a breaking point of a very serious show. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think this is the worst producer show we've done. I mean, it's 52 minutes. We've had 2 terrible candidates. You've had a shocking.
You thought the first guy was terrible. Okay. Well, people write that down.
Well, I like Mugsy, but I just think, can you imagine that in the studio with Kirk? I mean, that guy's a legit.
I think you need to stop taking these candidate producers so unseriously.
What are you talking about? I'm taking them very seriously. You're the one not taking them seriously.
Taking every advantage you can.
No, you're not taking them seriously because you let Jake on derail you and
Jay. What is wrong with Jake? He's a fucking guy who has to be on.
Okay. That's fine.
It's Kirk years that you
he came on yelling like an idiot. Kirk hates him. He's there ripping a cigarette. I mean, this is just
the guy.
What are we doing here?
He could quit in fucking 12 minutes.
What are we doing? What are we doing here, John? What are we doing?
I agree with you, though. He would have to quit.
Mugsy reaches out to me. He's actually done a podcast before. I don't know him. Like, he doesn't have the track record.
Now, what do you think about his decision to not show his videos? That wasn't smart.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about Jake. All right. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in to Producer Search number 3. I really appreciate it. John, thank you. You did a good job producing the first 2 episodes. Tonight, not a good night for you.
You said that the last time.
What are you talking about?
You said that the last time.
No, I didn't. Did I say that?
Sure, probably. You have the same lines every time. If people actually looked into it, you're a scam.
I'm not a scam. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks, Derek. Thanks, Pat Saback. Thanks, Anastasia. Thanks, Freddy6. Thank you, Red. Great to see you, honestly. It's great to have you back. You are a funny guy. Sean Wick. Thank you. Andy Mayo.
Thank you to the guy who
Murchison Mouse.
I was suffering because I couldn't have my vape during the show. I don't use a vape. I'm not a loser.
Calvin says Menace has for sure hired a male prostitute.
Fucking American.
I have not hired a male prostitute. All right. I just want to clear that up. Freddie Lynn, Menace is a communist. What? Well, I'm not a communist.
Yeah, you are, dude.
Thank you,
Like, you
Brent.
understand that, right?
Dave, I'm David. Thank you. What?
You're a communist.
I'm not.
You are. Your country is
Mike
communist.
Reardon, thank you very much. Dude needs help. Thank you.
I had to look and see what the time was in Australia the other day, and the government wouldn't let me see.
Thank you, Boner Jams. Thank you, Mike. All right. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, John.
I'm just going
Thanks,
to
viewers.
you say thanks because I have to end the show, and you just have to sit there. All right.